Hello, everybody. Hope everyone's doing good. We've been getting a lot of requests about how to draw different things. And so I wanted to spend the first couple minutes of the stream while everyone's trickling in, just kind of going over some drawing basics with everyone. So tonight we're going to be focusing on, if this Photoshop ever loads. Oh, that's crazy. Tonight we're going to be focusing on the face and or head and hands if time allows. Let's get our timer going real quick. There it is. Alright, so we got 30 minutes on the clock. We're going to go ahead and get to work. So, the first thing we're going to do is I'm just going to kind of go over some stuff with the brush tool. Kind of go, give a basic understanding of everything and how it works. So, when we go to draw a head, and we're going to build this slowly at a time, we're going to pretend that this head's going to be the face on. Maybe. Let's put a new layer. There we go. We're going to draw our face on head like this. We're going to turn our thing wheel down. We're going to say normal over here. We're going to get rid of this right here. There we go. Alright, so when we go to draw a head, what we're going to do is we're going to start, this is a face on head. So we're going to draw a circle. That's why I always talk about how important shapes are, is we're going to start with a circle. This is going to become the upper part of the skull, and we're going to draw the jawline in the lower part of the skull. And you'll notice my skull's not perfectly symmetrical, and that's fine too. Because this is actually for all the people that say, I can't draw. Well, I want you to take a second to see how little I can actually draw. People say, I can't draw a straight line. Well, neither can I, so I don't worry about it too much. So now we've got our head. We've got our jawline. And we've got this line in the middle. And what this line in the middle is that's going to be telling us a lot. Okay, that's going to be telling us our direction of where the eyes and everything are going to be. And see how it's kind of already split off here? So now we're going to go ahead and put our eyes in. Now I'm drawing just straight lines because I'm lazy. But if you're actually building a face, you'd want to come in here, and to build an eye, you would build an actual eye. So there's the circle. Again, I can't draw circles. So there's the orb, the pupil. So let's make this a left eye. So then you have an eyelash, right? And then you have the under eyelash. Okay. And then I'm going to increase my opacity to 100. Then you have your the top of the eyelid, which is this right here. So now we have this, this, and this. And that kind of starts giving you the shape. Now, on eyebrows, not on men, but on females, always notice that there's an arc right here. And if you draw your eyebrow to the top of that arc, you almost always end up with the perfect eyebrow. So, I'm going to take off the top of that because that's not the perfect eyebrow. You got to follow the arc. Okay. Let's go change this eraser size real quick. There we go. Go back to our brush tool. So, here we go. And we'll go take out the extra parts of the orb underneath of it. And now we can come back in here and just kind of sketch in where the line is. Maybe throw in some extra lashes. And there's the eye. The reason I'm showing that to you, drawing it that way, is because I don't like that at all. Let's keep that to the upper arc. There we go. The reason I was showing it you like that was because I'm going to kind of draw this eye kind of quick. And I just wanted to kind of go over what I was forming in my mind when I was drawing this eye. Got the eye, and you'll notice that the eyes fall on this line right here. The nose will come right here, and because of the way I've drawn this, you can see she's looking down because we have more of a top of a skull than we do the bottom. So if we come over here and make this area much shorter, I guess it would make it much longer. That's going to be the nose line now. Huh. Well, maybe I'm learning something. Just a second. I'm sorry, I haven't done basics in a while. So you got nose, eye, mouth. There we go. Ears go between the eyes and the nose. And hair goes on top of the head. For the most part. Alright. So back to our face. Go for a new layer. Take this layer. So we got this layer here. Okay. So now we're going to come down to the face. Let's get a little bit more detailed. Move this up. I'm going to try to keep some of the lines here just so I can have my own reference points. So here's our nose. And here's where the mouth would be, which is obviously too low. So we're going to have to put a chin on her. The second we put a chin on her, though, and get rid of her Hitler mustache, we'll see the lips go right here. Okay, so I wasn't crazy. Alright, there we go. Looks like the eyes do need to be a little bit larger, though. Instead of just transforming them like I normally would, we're going to move them like this. And a lot of times it's much easier if you have a reference picture, especially when you're beginning to learn how to draw. Because I just moved the head around, just see I have to actually move the rest of the head around now. Now remember, there's bones and structure underneath your skull, so it's underneath the skin. So it's really important to try to capture some of that for an accurate picture, because that tells you where the hair's going to be. Because the hair goes like this. There we go. And then maybe she's got some bangs. There we go. Okay. And later on we'll get some more into how to understand where your light sources are, and then that way you can kind of get a better idea on where your shading's supposed to be. I wonder why my screen's having such a hard time loading. That's weird. So, it's not letting me pause it either. So, chat, if you said anything, I did not see it, just so you know. It's amazing how awful this looks whenever I go to give a tutorial on it. Maybe I should have zoomed in more from the beginning. Huh. Looks like she's looking over her shoulder. That was the reason I was doing that type of drawing. I cannot emphasize enough, and it really sucks at first, but trust me, having a reference picture to draw from is very important early on in learning how to do this kind of stuff. And then we get look. Well, that eye came out fine. I don't know why the rest of it was so crazy. I'm just kind of shading this eye. So the light from overhead, from her, the light source, it's actually going to get caught because of the fact that she's got an eyelid, and so that eyelid is going to prevent the light from coming and covering the whole entire eye. So that's where we get that from. Those are some weird drawings. Hopefully everyone can follow this all right. If not, just drop a comment down below and we'll try to review this again. That's kind of crazy. So anyways, basically, to recap the craziness, you're going to have an eye. You're going to have a head. Sorry. You're going to have two eyes. You're going to have a nose. And you're going to have a mouth. Whoa! That's very interesting, Mr. Artistman. Yes. Yes, it kind of is. A little bit like Sprite Kid. But anyways. And then you have hair. And this is where stylized art comes from. And I'm going to give him the Michael Jordan jersey. There we go. And some blonde hair instead. Because I like playing on my tablet. Alright, there we go. So enough wasting time though. Let's grab the black. Turn that layer off. Okay. So we probably won't go too crazy with this one, but this is how we would do hands. So hands, again, references the best thing that you could possibly have, so never forget that. But hands, you can do as a circle to start with, or you can do as a block to start with. When I first started, circle was awesome, but ever since I've changed over to block, I prefer block, but we'll do one of both. So you have a hand, and it's got 4 knuckles on it, as you can see here. You should probably try to fit them all on the side of the circle, unlike what I did. And then you've got a finger, another finger, and another finger, and another finger. There we go. And then you have a thumb over here, since I apparently decided to make that the other way around. So, good thing to know about fingers is you have knuckles. And depending on what those knuckles can and can't do, depends on how your drawing works. Even in the manga form of stuff, you're still going to have knuckles. Especially in manga, it's important to pay attention to. And see, you have to add the wrist in after everything, so that's why I actually kind of just started going to a square myself. She's ticked off because we're doing all this art stuff. She's like, oh my god, it's so boring. Why do I have to learn this stuff? Well, because every artist has to learn this stuff. My art teachers always told me, because I'm a very independent type of fella, they always told me that you're more than welcome to break the rules, because I pointed out all the great artists that did not have art lessons. They said I'm more than welcome to break the rules after I learn all of them. And that was actually some really good advice. So please feel free to break all the art rules after you learn them all. So just try to learn as many art rules as you can, because it's a good guide. Okay, so this little teacup over here, stop drawing on her. This little teacup over here is actually my favorite way to draw a hand. I just clicked something on my tablet, that was weird. You'll notice I didn't put any of my knuckles or anything in. Experience from the hand drawing that or face drawing that we just went through, I'd rather build it backwards for you instead of forwards, and I know that you can't do that. But the other thing is to remember in your drawings is that every drawing has to be built. Okay, you really do have to build every drawing. If something doesn't look right in my drawings, I still go back and rebuild it to figure out what went wrong, what could I have done different, all that good stuff. That's in pencil drawings too. Remember, even a pencil has an eraser. I think my pen's still a little too thick. Okay, so what we have here is we have our 4 knuckles. Matter of fact, I'm gonna do that real quick. Get this red. You've got your 4 knuckles and a thumb, which is on the other side that you can't see. Then you have the center knuckle, right, and the end knuckle. Center knuckle, end knuckle, center knuckle, end knuckle. And remember, the middle finger is actually a little bit longer than the ring finger. I exaggerate it, and you know what? That's just me. But a lot of art is exaggerated in certain formats. And since I like to do the manga realism or manga sketch doodle stuff, I that's just the way I go. Can we do American comics? Yeah, sure we can. They're just they have more lines at the end, but you got to pay closer attention to anatomy, otherwise you end up with distorted anatomy like you had from Jeff Loeb and others in the 1990s in the comic books. So if you haven't Googled that, go ahead and Google Jeff Loeb distorted Captain America and realize that Marvel paid that guy to draw that. So, fun fact. Jeff Loeb, really good artist, by the way. Just one of the highlights of his career right there. And by that, I mean just what everybody remembers him for. But he does do a lot of really good artwork, too. So we've got these hands. And we'll connect these knuckles like this. Just so you can kind of see what's going on underneath here. There we go. So. Hopefully this is making a little bit more sense than my first drawing did. Excuse me, guys. And so that's how a hand comes out. Still got another 15 minutes, so I'd like to go back to the face again. Let's talk a little bit more about faces. I'm trying to figure out what I did wrong there. That's how I would draw that face. So you can see from the word go, we have a place for the eyes, a place for the nose, and where the scalp is probably going to end, which is going to be right back through here. So remember, an actual skull is going to look like this. It's not going to be frowning though, because they don't have lips with which to frown. But that's what an actual skull is going to look like, basically, the cartoon version of it. So remember that there's a skull under here that you're going to have to account for. Yeah, bottom jawline. And then here's the cheekbone, right? So that's going on. That's what's going on underneath of a person. So then when we come in and we put the eye in, and the eyebrow, and the nose, and the lips, and the chin. Right? You with me? Does that make a little bit more sense now, hopefully? Much. So it left some of it here for us, thank goodness. But now you can see when we come back in here to retrace it. I'm not retracing it very good, but I'm just trying to give you guys an idea what's going on here. I have no idea what that is. But anyways, the point of the story is this: is that there's a skull underneath of the human face, and it's just something to keep in mind whenever you go to draw to make sure that you're getting the images that you want. If you're still not getting the images that you want, consider using a reference picture. I should have probably already pulled some reference photos, but unfortunately I just was not quite prepared for that, which is weird because I actually spent a little extra time for that. Again, here's the globe with the eyes and all that good stuff right here. So, how much time do we got left? 10 minutes? Okay. So let's see if we can't... see if we can't put into practice. Put into practice some of the stuff that I've gone over now. So, zoom out just a smidge. Zoom out. Just taking out some of her hair right now. I don't know what's going on with this eye, but I'm gonna have to zoom in here to fix it. Just kind of testing my pencil sensitivity right now because it doesn't seem to be quite what I want it to be. A little bit of lag on it too, but I'm asking the computer to stream at the same time I'm... Yeah, I'm not digging this hand at all. Boop, 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 boop. Goodbye, hand. So let's build it like I told you guys. So then we know, normally I would do a whole stick figure for this. So let's do this instead. There we go. Then we're going to draw 1, draw 2, draw 3, draw 4, and a thumb. And the thumb is going to be out and about. This finger here is going to be upright. This one here can go out, that one there can go out, and this one here can kind of come up just a little bit. Like she's throwing the devil horns. Like, yeah, rock and roll. Oh, wow. Thank you for the follow. Let's see who that was. I heard the oh, wow. Hi, Madeline. Hey, penguins. What are you guys doing? Oh, no, my chat's not going right for me. Just a second. I'm going to jump over here. I didn't even know you guys were here. Hey, Fadoolin. Hey, Nicholas. How you guys doing? You just came in time for the horrible hand. I didn't even know you guys were on. There it goes. Hey, Mr. Junior. Thank you. You are penguin raiding me. That's awesome. I've never been on this side of the penguin raid. I was just doing the how-to lesson stuff. And then all of a sudden I heard the brains. And who was it? Oh, it was Mr. Junior. Hey, Mr. Junior. Oh, wow. Thanks for the host, Fadoolin. How you guys doing? Yeah, we were doing, yeah, I could show you the other stuff. All we're doing is we're going over the how-tos because I keep getting the how to draw stuff. And so I thought we'd kind of just go over everything. And you'll see here that I was kind of playing around as I was doing it too. But I just kind of want to show everybody what all different stuff we had going on. So we drew this face from nothing, but we kind of went over how you do the circle first. And then you bring this down to get your jawline in. And then this was just another example of that. And then this one here was the understanding how to do the orb. Oh, sorry. How to do the orb for the eye with the lid and the other lid. And then use this one for the top of the eyelid. For the eyelashes. I'm sorry. This one's for the eyelashes. And then we did... oh, good, good. Then I have Crazy Sprite Kid here. He's a throwback. And then we had, we did some hand stuff. So we'll zoom out real quick on that. Yeah, yep, now you're in my chat. That's awesome. Thank you so much for coming. This is great, guys. Thank you for the raid, Madeline. That's awesome. So then we did some hand study real quick. And basically we just drew the hands and then came back in and put some red lines on them just so everyone can kind of see where they where the hands fit into everything. And then I doodled this and just kind of added the face to it. And then you guys jumped in when we were showing how to do the skull, and then I was showing how the skull is actually underneath here. I got rid of most of the red skull that was underneath here, but there was a skull right here. Can I study your hand, Mr. Junior? Sure. Let me try to see the little emoji here. The guy with the spaghetti. Yeah, let's do Mr. Junior's hand study real quick. So he's got a high five. So I'm going to do the square or the circle on this one. And you really like my little my how-to little pictures? Do Fadoolin's thumb real quick. And then, I have another knuckle here. I'm having a problem trying to include the a squircle. Yes, yes, it is a squircle. This is my preferred hand because it tells me where my wrist is going to end up at. That's why I like this one more. But Mr. Junior definitely has a circle hand. And so then we're going to bring the finger up. And then we're going to bring this finger up. It is so weird being on this part of the raid. Ah, that's a way too big of a pinky. So, there we go. And so I'm just putting these extra knuckles in here because I'm having a hard time rebuilding this to show everybody. Because I think I'm just spoiled at this point. Okay, and then we can just kind of draw off of that. So there's a pinky. There's a ring finger. There's a middle finger. There's an index finger. And here's a thumb. The thumb might be backwards, actually. You see, it doesn't even line up to the circles. That's how you can tell it's backwards. But then there we go. Well, yeah, I like this one more because that's what we were doing when you guys walked in. If you're having a problem with lining a hand up with a figure, that's weird. Ignore that. There we go. If you're having a problem lining a hand up with a figure, let me get something bigger. Then the reason this works so much better, like let's say we were going to do a gun on him. Sorry. if we're going to do a gun on this hand, well, that's going to be really hard to do with a circle. And I don't know why. It just is. But if I come in here like this, and it tells me where it connects to his wrist, then I'm able to draw my little trigger finger and my thumb. And we know that rest of the knuckles are just going to be kind of down here because he's hiding. So that gives, it's a lot easier for me personally. And it's the middle knuckle, so we're only going to have to draw the hands that are off of here. Why is it so tiny? Then that way we can catch up tablet. There you go. A little too big. So yeah, we should totally go over brush size sometime. And this will actually be the thumb from the other hand. That would be over here then. But that would be the way that that works. And the whole reason I was doing this is because it just, you know, I had one of my guys from that hangs out with me a lot had come in, and he had made the comment that he had taken art classes, but he didn't really feel like he had learned what he wanted to learn. It was like, well, what did you want to learn how to do? And he was like, draw. And I'm like, oh, well, that's very sad. So I was wanting to do some art lesson type stuff for him before we got into the 30-minute sketches. So that noise you guys heard though is the 30-minute pretend triangles are better than circles. That noise that you guys just heard was the 30-minute timer that comes with our art sketches. So since you guys came over for the raid, what do you think we should work on next? Because what we'll do is we'll just hide all this stuff and we drop in our next one. So what we do is we put on, I put 30 minutes on the clock, and then we just draw whatever you want. So since you did the host, Madeline, do you know what you would like? I am Ryan Gosling, Maddie Macarena. Who's picking Ryan? I'm sorry if I'm missing some of your guys' comments. My chat's not working on my mobile that I normally use to view my chat during Twitter. I'm actually watching you on my on the OBS live feed. What games are you playing lately? Any with any cool characters we can do? I play Battlefield and I do Ababel, but Ababel is just like online RPG. Do you want to see something like that? Because it's, I mean, that's almost outside of my skill set. We'll come back to that in just a second, Nicholas, because I want to make sure that we get some time to work on that too. But I was wanting to do this, and then we'll do some live sketches, and then we'll come back to that before the night's done. We'll spend 30 minutes on your painting too. Because I've got it up also. Do we have any decisions out there? I'd love to see something in your style. All right. Not a problem. Well, the Ababel style actually really fits. That's one reason I like that game so much. But here we go. Zoom out a little bit. There we go. Yes, Mr. Junior, that is all original Maddie artwork in my bio. If you look down in my at my buttons, that is all original Maddie artwork. The only ones that are different is because I didn't have a Deviant or a Patron, I changed 2 of them to the art shop and donation pages. But that was the only difference there. Hey, Paradox. All right, so you just missed the art lesson, bud. I'm gonna clip it to you and send it back for you. All right, so we're gonna put 30 minutes on our clock, and we're gonna get started with one of my originals. Okay. do... It's hard to decide how big to make this paper, I'll tell you that right now. So if you had any advice on that, Maddie, that'd be cool. Alright. So there we go. And zoom in and I'll just zoom out later. If I'm quiet for just a second, I'm just thinking, what size, what am I using? What size paper? It says... Come on, get out of the way. 5 by 7. I know what you meant. Yes, there's one mod that exists, Mr. Junior. It's Paradox. He's been with me since the very beginning of my streams, through video games, through art, through IRLs. Whatever I do, Paradox always shows up for it. So we really appreciate that. He is the only mod known to man. 5 by 7 pineapples. So it's 5 by 7. Do you think we should go larger? Yeah, I'm gonna go back to the drawing mat. If you think that we should do it larger, I can just go in and resize. Do I know the DPI? Where do I go to look for that? Let's see. Is it maybe my preferences? So, image size. $300. Which... It's perfect? Okay. So don't resize the canvas size or anything like that? Now we're not going to play around with these eyes. We're going to zoom way in here. We're going to get this perfect right off the board. Go. Yay, large eraser. What we're going to try to do is not draw Maddie. That's the plan. So first things first, we'll give her some large bangs. Yeesh, this eye is not round enough for me at all. Hold on guys, I gotta redo this eye. Those things are gonna drive me. I feel like doing the larger eyes today. Now I'll add in the eyelashes just to kind of tone her eyes down. That way she doesn't look totally shocked to be awake or anything. Using some Maddie tricks here. In case you're wondering, I like the eyes to be bigger on this particular person. There we go. Get off the screen. That still doesn't look right. I think this eye's too far out. There we go. I'm gonna do it again. Hey, no, not Flintstone close. Derpader, derpader, come on, move over. Not that much. Okay, hold on. I jumped over to my keyboard. There we go. Alright, that way we can get away from the derpader. Yes, I do love that part of digital art. But if I was doing traditional art, I would be using my favorite 2H pencil and really, really light, and I'd have a little bit more of a complete layout. There we go. So, but no, I do really enjoy the digital art. One thing that my favorite part is actually whenever I want to do quick shading or something like that, I like how easy that the digital makes that for me. 200 then. I should not have picked a character that I've drawn a bunch before because it's making me super particular now. And I haven't drawn them for a while. How much time we got left? Oh, I paused it. Okay. I'm not going to draw this character. I'm going to go ahead and keep going on this one, but we're not going to draw what I was going to draw. Because then I'll be too particular about it. Alright, there we go. And then staying with our hand theme. Come down. That's not dynamic enough for me at all. There we go. It's still not very dynamic. Normally in 30-minute sketches you can't make this many changes. Sorry guys. Going for something a little bit more frazzled. My pen seems to have lag in it. Does that make sense? It normally doesn't. Yes. It actually does feel like plastic surgery doing the digital art. trying to show the shadow, but because I didn't build the drawing right, it's giving me a hard time. There we go. So it comes out further back here. As you can see, I'm literally doing this the worst way possible, which is I'm trying to draw it before I actually put down my layers, or my lines, to build the drawing. So I apologize for that, guys. I know, it is absolutely, it's absolutely terrifying. Yes. No sketch whatsoever, just jumping right in there. Yep. All right. This is my favorite part about drawing with the digital. I don't feel like, well, I mean, it doesn't matter one way or the other, but I don't, since I'm not drawing with the sketch, I don't have to draw in her clothes first. I can literally just come in here and drop the opacity. And I didn't make a clipping mask or anything. Do you see that? That's real dangerous living. So how am I going to get rid of the lines? Well, I'm going to get rid of the lines as I move on. That's how I'm going to do that. Plus, it'll allow it to highlight it. Boop, see? Yeah, I've pretty much had this in my head now. So, no going back. Yeah. It's not brave now. Now it's just I've got to push ahead full speed ahead. Man, maybe I should grab a clipping mask. I don't need no clipping mask. Clipping masks are for professional artists. I am a sketch guy. There we go. Yeah, that sounds good. I feel better about life. Yeah. Yeah, she does look spunky. Sorry guys, I got really focused there. Yeah. Well, I already had green and yellow, so I didn't have any choice there. It had pretty much had to be pink at that point. I wonder if I could just do the multiply thing like Randy talks about. There we go. Multiply. Grab that color. Yeah, that'll work out. I like that. Solid tip on the multiply, Maddie. Normally you'd want to have those defined black lines there so it would tell you where to shade on the back of the pigtail. I'm just gonna burn it away if I'm not careful. All right. Yeah, you want the contrast is really important. So I think that's what we'll get away with, being able to. I think as long as we come up with a good, strong contrast, we'll be safe. Maybe. Let's increase this opacity a little bit. Don't use black to shade normally. That makes your drawings look dirty. In this case, it'll be okay. Looks like this is kind of a dirty drawing, so. But yeah, see, black almost always does it. Now you gotta come back in and put it into everything else. Dang it. There we go. Ooh, but we want it down here. This is the perfect spot for it. Dirty bullets. Yeah, my girls are notorious for having big guns. Now this part here, I've actually learned the bullet belt from airbrushing, so that's, if you like that effect, all it is I've had to do it a bunch. Melon guns? No, just the regular big guns. Normally I would have 2 computers running when I stream, but the HDMI that I need on the tablet isn't available for the other computer, so I'm not able to use that one right now. And so I can't really post a link because it'll take me forever to pull anything up, but otherwise I would just show you some the Twitter stuff, Junior. There's a couple pictures on my Twitter that are called Everything's Better with Big Guns. So, but that's why you want the clipping mask right there, so that when you paint into her armpit, you can keep the rest of the work. There we go. By there we go, I mean it's basically something. Ta-da! Definitely not my normal style, but it worked out. I think. I'll raise this up a little bit. There we go. Thank you. I think whatever we do next will probably be much better, but appreciate that, guys. So I was totally shocked by the penguin raid. Where'd y'all come from? Were you over in Discord or something? There you go. This Crod Palm champ, yeah. What? Discord raid, Discord. Sweet. Well, I'll tell you what, I'll officially put 30 minutes on the clock this time, because I stopped it when we started looking at the DPIs last time. But let me know what you guys want. If you really want to see my style, it helps out if I can focus on what you guys are wanting. I might have to pull up a picture of Ryan Gosling, though, if... You haven't played Donkey Kong 64? I just scrolled up and saw that Mr. Junior hasn't played Donkey Kong 64. Too young to have played it. You can get like 64 from Slackers for like $60, and probably they'll throw in the game for you. Now I feel bad. Yeah, you don't need to feel bad. So I think everyone else feels bad. Emulator, dude. Yep, there you go. But you know what? Even if you get the emulator, Mr. Junior. Oh, hey, what do you guys want me to draw next? Sorry about that. let me ask that question too. Even if you get the emulator, you will never have the joy of having bought it just to get the little Rumble pack. Corgo. You want a corgi? I don't know if I've ever drawn a corgi. Give it a shot. Here we go. Any particular sort of corgi? A corgi with Ryan Gosling's head. Is that a... Donkey Kong 64 was a game that came out on the Nintendo 64, and it had a rumble pack, and it was the first time that you had a controller that actually shook. So it was kind of a super corgi. Corgis are so cute. All right, I'm going to have to pull up some sort of reference picture. I can see that already. Let's go find a corgi real quick. I'm not going to start the timer. I've got to grab a picture of a corgi. Super cute corgi. Bear with me for just a second, because like I said, this is probably going to go kind of slow. Unless... There we go. Super... I'm Googling super cute corgi. Takes care of his dogs, corgi. Huh. He says they're stubborn and don't listen. So it sounds like there's these 3 corgis that share a trainer. You're super cute. Well, you're cute, but you're not super cute. So let's bring this one down. You just copy image and paste it, Madeline? Is that how you do that? What is that? I'll just paste it here. Maybe. Boop. Oh, that's the world's tiniest picture. Come here, super tiny picture of a corgi. That's really grainy too. What happened with this picture? That is weird. Why is it like that? Copy and paste. That one did not turn out well. That's not a good picture then. Okay, I've got one. I've hung out with you guys long enough to know that everybody wants this one. There we go. Why is it not doing it right? Pull down the window. Is it maybe place? Okay. Paste special. Paste into place. Nope. It's always kind of just pixelated looking. Okay. Yeah. We're going with this one. We're just gonna the reason I'm going with this one is I feel like it would be Don Butt approved. Okay. So come over here. Like from the website? Yeah. I'm just clicking on the Google thing and then it opens it up. I need to go to the page itself. Alright, there we go. Alright, it's loading. Oh my goodness, I should not have clicked on this website. Oh my goodness. Copy image. Let's try this one. I keep dropping green stuff on top of everything. There we go. No, no green stuff. Just move it. There's a little guy. Yeah. Alrighty. All right, so that's a full image that we copied. Okay, so here we go. We'll put 30 minutes on the clock, and we're gonna do our little cute Corey. Is this the Corey approved chat doggy that everybody knows and loves now? So it's safe to go with this one before I start my timer. I'm gonna turn this music off that way. Yeah? Okay, everybody likes that one. Okay. Now we. Okay, so this is the Corgi approved Corgi. But yeah. Alright. So here we go. We'll put 30 minutes on the clock and let's see what we can do. I hope we're not expecting kind of portrait quality stuff because I have it. Okay, but we will use the. No. We will draw on the layer that we're supposed to. There we go. And we will use the stuff that we went over earlier. We're going to go ahead and try it in black this time because that would be weird to draw the Corgi in mint. Let's see what we can draw first and then we'll get to it. Got the eyes. And then Corgi's got a snout, a little bit bigger snout. His nose looks like it's right here. Looks like we got some ears. So I'm just converting everything to the most basic shapes that I can. Give him the big fluffy cheeks, yeah. Come here, buddy. Alright, and then he's got a body. I'm actually going to use negative spacing on this picture a lot, which is I'm looking at the picture, but like we talked about the upside down pictures earlier, like that. So if I look right at it, I get that distortion thing. Like, remember, Madeline, when you were talking about doing the hair and it whips one way, but you're looking at it and you draw it another way? I have that problem too if I look right at something. What the heck, Ben? Calm it down. So what I'm doing right now is I am building my negative spaces, and then that way I can come back in and that Paul doesn't go past that line. But I'm able to tell that kind of stuff really quick because of that. Mint Corgi. Big snout. Well, he'll have a little snout by the time we're done. Boy, this pen either has no... it's just because it's hooked up to the computer that's running everything. Normally my tablet doesn't give me any problems. I'm very happy with it, honestly. Yeah. Now something that isn't new for me is throwing the pen. That I'm very familiar with. I do that digital or not. That's one of my carryovers from art in general. There we go. Oh, he looks fluffy already. Yep. So I'm going to do a little bit more with this pen, but then after that we're going to switch to all color. I think it'll be easier to do it that way. We'll get our depth quicker too. Uh-oh. That's a problem. I do it because I'm flipping back and forth, and when I'm flipping it in my hand to get the eraser from the from pen to eraser is when I do it, just like with my regular pencil. But now something I haven't broken out of the habit of was the last stream that I did. I actually kept blowing on the tablet whenever I got done erasing something, or brushing it, or any number of those things, and I thought that was kind of strange. Oh, we gotta get the really cute nose before we go on to the color. I actually get a lot of requests for dogs. Not on my digital stream stuff, because I just kind of started that, but in like real life, I almost always... For airbrushing, it's almost always dogs or people's moms. Isn't that weird? Whenever I get a portrait, it's so strange. Like, wow, you can draw, you can do, if you have a picture, you can look at it and do anything. You're like, well, yeah, basically. And then they're like, oh. First thing they go to is either their dog or their mom. And it's just like, it seems just kind of weird to me. That, you would think that you had some... To group your mom and the dog in the same area, it's just unusual to me. I'm gonna stick to the big colors before I get too lost in the detail, because I don't want us to run out of time like I have a feeling we're going to if I do that. It's just really hard to make them all nice and fluffy without... Oh, no, it's not. I know what to do. There we go. We'll make it bigger. I've used this brush before. Oh, come on, pen, act right. Load, load. There you go. Okay. See, there's the tilt feature. Woo! Woo! See, going crazy? That's that tilt feature. You get a lot of requests for pictures of kids. I always get mom and dogs. What's up with that? I wish I got kid requests. That'd be awesome. Kids are a little bit easier to do. They don't have as much detail in their face. Pen seems really far behind, but hopefully it caught all that. I don't know how many steps it did. Okay. Now we'll do it again. It's literally doing like 2 strokes at a time. Oh, there it goes. It caught up. Alright. Yes, keep going. Keep going. Oh no, it went over it twice, so it's going to make it darker. Undo the last 6. 8. Yeah, delete those. Yes. There we go. Alright, that's working better now. So now we can come in and grab our lighter corgi color. That's not the lighter corgi color. No. Looks like somebody brushed dew on his face. That's no good. That was not the lighter corgi color. That's the lighter corgi color. There it is. So I don't really have a white to brush on here necessarily, so what we'll do is we'll just brush in these lighter colors for it in place of the white. And then we'll come back over the top and brush in the white highlights, is my plan. We'll see how that works. Yeah, this brush is way better. There's something else I like about Digital Natty. This brush. I like this brush right here. The parents can't find a single picture without drool in it? That's the other thing that drives me nuts about a lot of portrait work that I've had to do is you get the really bad pictures. Or I did have one person that asked me to make sure that their mom looked very nice for it, and I was like, not a problem. And then I got it, and they gave me like a horrible picture of her, and she's only got like one tooth, and it was like, do you have a better, different? Sure, why not? Let's see what happens. Was like literally the only thing I could figure out on that. So it did end up becoming kind of funny because I ended up putting in rest of her teeth, but they did not like that actually. They were like, no, she doesn't have any teeth. Like, all right, brush them back out. Like graphite dentures are cheap, dog, but whatever. Yeah. I've had to do a lot with Illustrator where you have to convert whatever picture they're giving you into into the vector art, and so you have to figure out a way to do that, and then sometimes they just give you something that you don't even know what it is, and you're like, what is this? And it's like they're like, can't you tell? And you're like, no, I have no idea. I give up. You win. What is it? And they're like, well, it's a monkey wrestling a football that we took from 90 meters away from inside of a car. And then it was taken about 9 years ago. So we took it down to Kinko's to Xerox it. And then we saved it as a JPEG and sent it to you. Like, oh. You're right. I should be embarrassed that I wasn't able to identify that instantaneously. Classic monkey wrestling football cereal. Did Fidoodling just admit to using the eggplant emoji in Discord? Okay. Somehow we're going to have to fade out these lines, though. How do we do that? How much time do I have? 17 minutes. I got plenty of time. Okay. So then what I'm going to do is one of these buttons is my sample button. That's Control. There we go. Alt. Give me that. And then how's the corgi coming out? If it's awful, you can tell me. You're not going to hurt my feelings. I didn't come in here knowing I was going to draw a corgi, in my defense. But honestly, I never know what I'm drawing, so it's okay. That's channel specific one. I didn't know we had that. I'll check that out. I gotta put some more hair on the bottom of his paws just so I can fade it back out. There we go. I'm gonna come in here and brush in the little fuzzy face. Used to be Earth. There we go. Because you can't expect me to draw a corgi and not talk to him like that. And then we'll come right back in. And then we'll brush everything down that we just did. It's just a constant push-pulling. Looks like it needs more of this color, actually. Did that not change? Go darker. Or brown or whatever color that is. Yeah. Do that color. There you go. Now you're getting it. Okay. So I'm going to click this though. Switch that to white. Five out of 7. Nice. Thanks, guys. Glad you like it. Right now I'm having to brush some more whites in, but we'll get back to it. If I was smarter, I'd probably put another layer down. In fact, I might just do that. There we go. We're going to go new layer. So that's our base layer now. Now we're working on 2 layers. So let's come in here. We're going to sample this color and we're going to make this darker. Multiply. Huh. This brush might be really good for doing like actual doggies if you need to do that in the future. Do you ever have any digital portrait commission work, or is that mainly just for traditional work? The only reason I was wondering is it seems kind of weird to do it digital, since, oh, I'll just put from the picture. That's right, I can do that. Dude, I just put the second layer up. It can't be time to merge already. Yeah, I forgot I could just sample from these colors. That's kind of bruised. Try that one. Why do they all look so bruised? It just, oh, because I got multiply on. Normal. This is the back leg. There we go. That does look like his back. I'm over here trying to match colors and all kinds of stuff. All I had to do was grab it from the picture. I forgot about that. Yeah, get Photoshop to catch up. My hand is quicker than the Photoshop, apparently. Alright. But Photoshop is going to make me miss my timetable if it doesn't speed up. I can't do a lens flare without merging. How am I going to finish his nose without a lens flare? He's right. This has to happen. We're gonna. Why do I have a pen brush on 2 things? Oh, whatever. But Doodlin's right. This is gonna have to happen if we're gonna get that lens flare in there. This brush just a little bit bigger. Did Photoshop freeze? Oh, there it goes. Well, this is cool. I can just sit back and do a bunch of strokes and then kick back for a minute and check out chat and wait for Photoshop to catch back up. It's not normally this bad, I promise, but there we go. I can't believe we asked for a corgi. I never thought about doing any kind of animals. Well, we've only got 10 minutes to get this one finished, guys. I'm waiting on Photoshop to catch up with everything. There it goes. Okay. So now we can switch back to white, brush in the highlights again. So I don't know how finished this doggy's going to look in 30 minutes, but this is the way that you would do it anyways, just brushing and pulling. Pull push colors. Yay. I don't like how bold that is, that's why I'm brushing it back. Now I need some of this color. Yeah? That's not the color. I like this color more than that color. So it's straight white. Grab this brown looking thing maybe? Like that? Okay. Now we'll go back to his white again. I'm going to stay on white for a little bit. So here we go. Main thing you're going to see here though is that Corgi's not actually white. He's got a little bit of blush down here. I need to set my opacity lighter is what I need to do. So let's take that blush back out for just a second and I'll put it right back, I promise. But one more. Pink. There we go. Alright. Lower that opacity a lot. Because now I'm going to come in and try to put the tones on top, which I'm not actually used to doing. Normally my tones go in on the bottom. This way he starts getting a little... Oh, crapola. I didn't realize we hadn't done anything with this back paw. But he sure does look smudgy. Yeah, smudgy. Hey, she's back. No, I don't mind at all, Junior. What I generally do is just, when we get on tomorrow, I'll just link it over to you. Does that sound like a plan? Well, you only got 30 minutes to do something, Maddie. Yeah, it has to improve in 2 minutes, otherwise we're falling way behind. What we're doing right now is just adding in some of the tones, and it looks like they're like kind of like red and stuff like that. All right, Mr. Junior, I'll see you then. Residue, holy crap, how are you doing? How are you? Dude, your Wolverine Deadpool turned out awesome. Increase the opacity for this white. Because I'm using my white, I mean to use white, I don't need it to be slightly faded. Play these games. Oh, Jackies are cool. Yeah, Jack Russell Terriers are cool too. I'm trying to think of that Corgi have back problems. Let me see. Huh. You definitely got some messed up fur. Let's see if we can't fix these back problems for you. Drop this down. Yeah, the what is that puppet's name? Is it like Buddy Links or... Okay, I gotta get back to the drawing. I'm getting really interested in the. I'm trying to remember the name of the puppet. It's the blue puppet. It's got the hat, and he always talks like he's got like the deeper, scraggly voice. I saw him play Heroes of the Storm, but I can't remember his names. He looks like his puppet. Wow. Okay, I'm gonna have to zoom in because I don't think I can really do anything else without actually coming back in with a brush. Maybe. Come on, Photoshop, get your life together. No, it's not Gonzo. Yes, Gonzo is definitely blue though. Why is this running so slow? There we go. Let's get this way lower down because I'm gonna need actual. Is this not drawing? There it goes. Oh, it is drawing. Okay. Passing must not be enough. There we go. Oh, I got it on multiply instead of normal. There we go. There's the issue. Digital's hard. Benefits. Yep, that's exactly what it is. I need a I do need a puppet to Photoshop for me. I would just have a camera set up, and it would just be a puppet mumbling things to himself and slamming his face into the tablet constantly. If we're gonna do it in an accurate representation, I mean, I don't know if that's what you guys want to do or not. But oh man, digital hard. Eesh. So what is going on right here then? What is all this? There should be no white anywhere. So where's the white coming from? Alright, like I said, digital's hard. And then we'll drop down the opacity a little bit and fade it back out with white. I need to drop the brush a little more. Get rid of a bunch of these brush states. That way we can come in and do this. I'm literally just depending on my previous knowledge of how I painted a dog to do this right now. Get out of the way so I can see this quirky. What is going on with this eye? That eye looks messed up. I don't know why. Oh, there's why. Take it back to normal. Go grab that other brush real quick. $16 loads in 12 minutes. My God. I might need some of those giant machines. That's weird. Why did it turn it that way? Yeah, whatever. Just have to push it back. Push it back, push it back. Push it back. There we go. And Corgi's getting really long hair. I don't know how to do short hair with this tablet, actually. Didn't really... This is my first dog experiment. 40 seconds left. If there's anything we need to fix, I'm going to zoom out real quick just to take a look to see if there's anything that absolutely has to be... Wow, that looks sloppy. Okay, come in here real quick, grab this. This is the final seconds push right here. And everyone's like, no, don't line it. You just, because you got to fade out all the lines. But at the same time, if I don't have any sort of darkness here, it's going to be really hard to tell what's going on with this poor little pooch. I'm just trying to clean up the image for what we have. I've never not got very far like this before. Okay, there's the timer. Hold on, let me finish this paw. Let me finish the paw. Alright, there we go. So that is what... Yes, like Iron Chef. There you go, guys. 30 minutes, number 3. I'm counting my hand drawings from earlier. Oh, we gotta merge them. We always merge at the end, so not to fear. Merge layers. Think. Now see, Corgi's on one layer. That is a one-layer Corgi. That's kind of lopsided face. Yay, we got the layers merged. All right, we got time for one more. If you guys want to hang out, we got one more. What are we gonna be doing next? Get out of here, Corgi. What are you doing? No, I don't want to save changes. Yay! I'll turn it back on for you for a second. That way everyone can see him. There we go. Definitely not, definitely not the most awesome thing I've done, but there you go. That is a smudgy, lopsided eye Corgi. All right, Fadoodlin. Oh no, thank you for coming in, guys. That was awesome. I really appreciate y'all showing up. Yeah, we can do that. Do you guys have any more requests, or can we can jump over to Nicholas's stuff for a little bit? It probably won't be super intense that way. No, it's awesome. Thank you, guys. Thanks, Madeline. Thanks for doodling. Appreciate you guys coming in. Thank you for my penguin raid. That was awesome. I'm going to open up Nicholas's stuff real quick. There it is. Maybe? Is this it? Why is it taking so long to think about? It's supposed to be right at the top. Bye, Madeline. We'll see you tomorrow. Dramatic Corgi music. Yeah, I can. Let me get this music off. Maybe? Boy, he's thinking really hard about turning off this music. Here's what I can do, though. While we're waiting on that, I can just come over here and do this. Maybe I can. Night, Fadoodlin. We'll see you tomorrow. There, I can turn off the music. Alright. There we go. Music's off. Alright, so last week we had done the 30-minute sketch request, and Nicholas had asked for a painting or a drawing, and then it was pretty much me and him towards the end of the stream. And so he'd asked if we could keep going on it. We said, yeah. And so this is what we ended up with at the end of last week. So this isn't right, though. Why is that all the way merged down? There should be a different one. Oh, that's the JPEG now. I want the PSD. Kind of panicked there for a second. Ooh, yeah. As you can notice, this one has a lot more layers than that one did. Okay, so and he had asked if we could continue working on that, and I told him that we would do that at the end of tonight. So we're going to spend our last 30 minutes of the stream working on this for Nicholas. So this is what we've got so far. And then you can see one thing we had talked about was we didn't like the scepter. Now this started off the same way everything else does, as a 30-minute sketch. And zoom in a little bit more here so you can kind of see. Whoa! Zoom way in. But this is what we have so far. Now something I noticed after I saved it as a JPEG was that some of my lines are off. And right at the end, we had this layer right here that's actually selected right now. It was, it got moved out of place somehow. So I'm going to try to see if I can't move that painting, move this layer back into place. Because it looks like it's still kind of slightly out of place. See? Because I can line that thumb right up to that. So I'm going to focus on getting that thumb lined up. Okay, so that's where it's actually supposed to be. You like those? There you go. Yeah, I'll zoom in on those. There you go. We actually put a little bit of time into those. There's about 3 or 4 different colors of lips. Yeah. So, but that's where we were. So Nicholas had asked if we could work on that some more this week, and so I said, yeah, sure. And then something else I noticed, and I have no idea where this came from. There's a line that goes right through the center of this whole picture, and I think it's on the dress layer because it doesn't affect the skin that I can see. No. So whatever it is, it's on the dress layer. No, it's under hair too, isn't it? So the hair, there it is, her. We titled that one her. So whatever it was, it went through those two layers. So that's weird. Okay, so I've got my 30 minutes on the clock, so I'm not going to spend that whole 30 minutes talking. I'm going to actually get back to work on this. The last thing we were doing was the dress. We filled in these little ColorBot, or little clips right here, and I'm going to go back in and hit this dress some more. That's my plan. Let's get our reds showing up here. Okay, there we go. And we're going to grab a brush. We're going to say normal. Maybe we should say multiply. I don't know. Let's find out. Whoa, that's really dark. And that brush is really tiny. So let's grab a bigger brush. I'm actually running it right over these buckles. That's okay. And you can see where I've drawn the shading in originally. And we're going to grab a really light pink. Go normal. Oh, it's not a really light pink. I need something pinker than pink then. That's something dark still. Let me go ahead and undo those 3. I think coloring the crown, color fixing the scepter, and other changes you feel need. Okay, not a problem. Let's do that then. So let's jump in here, and that'll make my job way easier because I was getting ready to recolor that whole dress. So we'll come in and we'll grab. What do I want to grab? Okay. Okay, well, what layer are they on? We gotta figure out what layer that crown's on. It's on hair. Okay. So I'm gonna use my selection tool. And just kind of knock out these areas real quick. And then I'm actually going to knock out the center of these areas too. Okay, there we go. Let's say edit, fill, color. Tell it color. It's going to ask us what color. We're going to say okay. We actually had the color I wanted in there already. Whoa! Oh, because it's only got 60% transparency behind it. Okay, so let's undo that real quick. I'm gonna make that 100 because I'd rather just start with a normal color first. There we go. Nope, I don't like that at all. That was a terrible idea. You see all the fun stuff you have to look forward to there, Resi? When you get your tablet? Trying to figure all this good stuff out? Alright. Do you already have Photoshop, Resi? Oh, okay. I got it. I did the Adobe package that lets you subscribe to just the programs that you want. It only cost me about $10 a month. I don't know if that. What is going on here? Oh. Oh. No wonder I'm having such a terrible time with color. I've been drawing on this layer that has this layer on top of it. So I gotta come in here and just do it fresh like this. See, now watch, that pink's gonna actually be white this time, isn't it? Except for I want it to be 100%. There we go. Yep, that's exactly what it was. Oh wow, look how much more yellow our yellows are now. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to... Yeah, and so, yeah, that's all I do is I just use the $10 a month subscription one. Because what is it, like $600 or $700 for the whole Creative Suites? It's something crazy like that. So, which I mean, it's a good deal if you're a business, but like I'm not into animation, so I don't need, Flash or Fireworks, whatever their thing is, and I don't do a bunch of typesetting, so I don't need InDesign. So yeah, it's nice. It saves you some money just to not get everything. So, what are you painting next? Do you know? Or is that the $1 million question right now? Batman Joker commission, nice. Which Joker is he using? I mean, is that like I guess what my question is it like is it gonna be like the Jared Leto Joker, or the Heath Ledger Joker, or the Jack Nicholson Joker, or like what Bruce Timm, the animated Joker? Oh, you're fine. You're fine, Residue. I was just asking which Joker you were planning on doing. If it was gonna be like Jared Leto, Jack Nicholson, Heath Ledger, just like which Joker you were gonna use for that. If you don't know, you don't know. It's fine. I was just wondering. Kind of big Batman fan, so to put it mildly. That's a good looking crown. DC comic Joker, the most twisted looking one. Um, that's the one that has like the slick back hair, and either the it was either right before or right after he ended up having to wear his own face. That's the one I would say is the most twisted looking one. Is that the one you're talking about? Do you like the crown, Nicholas? No, I already closed Google. Otherwise, I'd try to pull up an image of that one. But actually, the guy that didn't have to wear the face, the one before that one, is the one that I've always thought was like the most twisted because that was the one that like sliced his own tongue in half and stuff. Yeesh. Okay, we're gonna rework this scepter. So no matter how we draw it, we're gonna end up moving it around. Oh, Arkham. Oh, okay. The Arkham series or the Arkham like one shot, or I'm not 100% sure which Arkham we're talking about. Okay, that's not a problem. I understand. All these transparencies are locked. So just a second. I'll have to add a new layer. Why is not? Oh, I'm drawing with white. That's why nothing's showing up. Let's try it now. Yeah, see? Now it works. Okay. Oh, whoa! Why is the link deleting? It deleted the link, Residue. Hold on. I'm gonna pause the clock real quick so you can send that to me. Just a second. I'm gonna pause this. I have no idea what's going on. Just a second. Let me get over here and get into Twitch so I can open that up. And I paused the clock real quick. It didn't delete for you. It deleted on my end. Let me see if it's on my because I'm looking at this through the mobile on my phone. And so let me see if I pull it up on my desktop if I can see it. I thought I enabled links. That's strange. Very strange. You think it's the mobile thing? jumping into my settings just to make sure. Oh, I have a whisper. There it is. Gibbs commission image. Yeah, that's Arkham Origins. Yeah, Origins. Yep. I said it as soon as you I looked down and I saw that. Yep. I just got the link to open. I wonder why it's not posting it in there. Let me look real quick at the settings. Channel and video. Archive. Sorry guys, I'm just kind of going down because that's embarrassing to have everyone show up and then turn around and not allow links or something. Ah, yep. There it goes. Residue, would you mind doing that link again just so I can see if it goes through? Oh yeah, it's going to be a good time. Is that the actual picture that you're going to do? Is that the yeah, start the timer back up. There we go. We still got 15 minutes. We got all the time in the world to work on this scepter. All right, cool. Oh, cool. So it's going to be just like that with the acrylic. Oh, that's going to be nice. No. Nope. There we go. That's much more like it. I gotta make this pen a little bit bigger, otherwise I'm gonna be here all night doing that. Yee, I went really bold though. That's alright. I can just come in here and do this. Woo, there we go. And I fixed it. It seems a little better. I'm still not like a huge fan of it though. Let's see here. What if I... Let's get rid of this. I got a new plan. Alright. My new plan is going to be to get the circle tool. Yep. Fill black. Okay. That's not black. What in the world? Oh, because the opacity isn't as high. Nah, it's fine. It works. So you select, deselect. Fill white. Fill white. This time we gotta make it 100% though. Okay. Why is that not doing what it's supposed to do? Well, this is kind of weird. Okay, whatever. How about this? Bink. There. Yep. Delete still works. No, add. And delete. There we go. I feel like that is nice and dynamic with the element of fire. Come on, move over. Move up. Up, 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 up. There you go. And move. Whoop. Okay. And this one here I'm actually going to send to its own layer. Actually, yeah, undo that. I don't like that at all. Undo. Alright, select, deselect. I'm going to circle it. And we're going to say, give it a new layer. That way I can move it around easier and let me do everything I want to do without too much of an issue. Layer via cut. This is going to be our scepter. Maybe. There we go, scepter. And enter layer scepter. Okay, whatever. Sure, layer scepter it is. Whoop, okay. Nothing else should have moved with it. Nothing else did move with it. And then we'll draw the rest of our stuff. Whoop, whoop. We'll draw. I'm actually going to use my line tool again. Shoot. No, that's definitely not what we want. Give me my square. Manga Studios. Oh, you guys like it? Cool. Thank you. I haven't used Manga Studios. Is it pretty cool, or? I'm just really cheating right now, and I'm going to have to fix it later, but for right now, it will work. That marquee line stayed? That's weird. Did not realize that. There we go. Select, deselect. Yeah, this line's going to have to go just a second. Fit on screen. Whoop. Bet you that line ran all the way through too, didn't it? Yep. Ran straight through the whole painting. Nope. Stay up here. Backspace. Why does it not let me get rid of it? Oh, I see why. Wrong layer. There we go. Backspace. And we'll do the same thing right through here. Not super worried about losing that scepter because we're getting ready to put in another one, so it doesn't really matter. There we go. GIMP 2.0. Is that a pretty bad one, huh? Ah, crap. Not sure how to get this to be behind instead of in front. So what I might do, deselect. I might just have to come in and brush that away, which I can do pretty easy. I mean, it's not that big of a deal. It's just kind of weird to have to do that. No, this color. Are we not on the right? It keeps jumping down to the last layer for some reason. There we go. Cool beans. Okay. Then we'll say select color range. It's going to ask me which one. I'm going to tell it that. It can only be on this layer. I'm going to tell it to fill gold. I like how gold's our default color whenever we go to fill stuff. That's funny. And we'll just say this one and this one. Delete those. Whoop. Maybe. Maybe we're going to delete them. There we go. Delete. Okay. Now let's see what happened when I wasn't paying attention though. Zoom out, fit on screen. I want to make sure that everything on this page just didn't get turned to gold like I thought. Yep, that's what happened. Okay, so fill, delete. Oh no, delete that fill. What had happened was it pitch. Here, watch. See, it selected everything. I don't want it to select everything. I just wanted it to select what was on that particular layer for me. I thought about that after I had done it. Like, I wonder how much anarchy I just unleashed on my painting. Select color range. This one. I mean, no, just the black. Okay, sure, make the whole thing gold. That's fine. Whoop, there we go. No complaints from me. That's kind of cool looking. Huh. That's also kind of cool looking. Apparently I did not put all the stuff on the layer of the dress. There's that. There's that. Alright, now we're back. So we can just bring this over here. Ooh. Undo. See, why does it always go to the base layer for everything? That's what I don't understand. Fighting Photoshop, man. Fun times. Alright, here we go. When it's working, though, I mean, it works great. Again, went to the bottom for some reason. Okay. Yeah, no complaints whenever it's working good. Alright, so zoom in. We'll head down. Get this whole little piece here knocked out. Delete. Oh crap, I don't know what layer it's on. Trying to find which layer it's on. There it is. It's on the scepter layer. Delete. Doesn't look like it's deleting. It's not locked. Okay. Edit fill white. Boop. There it goes. You won't delete, you'll get colored in. I don't care. Yep, I deleted the white. Edit, fill, cancel, fill, white. Okay. I think I move faster when I got music on. It feels like it. Do you feel like you guys move faster with music or without it? Sounds like there's a storm coming. Not in the spooky movie way. Just like there, just literally sounds like there's a storm coming in because there's lightning and thunder outside. Not like there's a storm a brewing. Should be skin and dress. Bing. There we go. There you are. Now she's twiddling it in her fingers. And come in and we grab that skin tone. Bloop. Zoom in. There we go. So the other thing we're going to still want to do though is we're going to want to come in here and lock transparency. to lock transparency just to make sure that we have yeah, isn't that cool how that works? Now we're going to get a bigger brush because I don't want to have to do this more than once. I get a bigger brush still. What do you think, Nicholas? Does that look like fire to you? That's what our new scepter looks like. Then, how much time do I got? I got 1 minute left, so here's what I'm going to do. Oh. Why are there so many layers without... There we go. Okay. So I really don't need this layer for anything that I can tell. So I'm going to drag that down to the trash can. And all that white is on the scepter layer, which doesn't look like I need it for anything, so then I can do that. Ooh, baby. Yeah, I'm liking that. And then we can come in here with those yellows for multiply. Maybe. Say normal. Since it wants to be difficult. Raise it up higher. Not that high. Yeah. Oh. Hold on, guys. I do want to finish doing what I was doing, though. We're going to put the red down here. A little bit of white. There we go. And right through here. And a little bit more yellow. There we go. I don't like the I'm gonna go back to the black. Yeah. There we go. Go back to the black through here. Keep a more dynamic look to it. Come back through here with the yellow. Maybe a little bit more red at top. Go for another black for that nice dynamic look. Just not a fan of that white. Oh, there we go. Well, I think that came out pretty good like that. Nice. You like it, Paradox? Alrighty. Well, there we go then, guys. That is our last one of the night. As you heard the timer go, I'm getting ready to save this as a JPEG, and I'm going to throw it up into Twitter here in just a second. Okay. There we go. So that way I can throw it up on Twitter here as soon as we get done here. Paradox, I'm glad you like it, man. I think it came out pretty good. So that'll be an hour and a half into that one. And then, no, it's anytime, buddy, anytime. So you guys can just go grab it off there, or I can shoot you the link later. I know that I got to save that doggy for, I got to save that corgi too. I forgot about that. Save that for Mr. Junior. And then we'll throw that up on Twitter too, so we can send him the link in the morning over at Madeline's. Corgi. Corgi. Yeah, that works. Norgigs. That's the one I wanted right there. Nor.gigs. Okay. Get those two done. I don't have a Discord. Are you looking for a Discord, Paradox? Yeah, that was the last one, bro. Oh, anytime, Residue. Anytime. I don't mind streaming at all. I'll be back on Tuesday. I might do another how-to on Saturday because Paradox was wanting to learn some stuff, and so at the beginning of this video, Paradox, we went over hands and faces a little bit. I don't know if I covered everything really good or not. Nicholas was here; he can let me know. But if you want to go back and take a look at that, then I'm going to probably do it again Saturday. Anytime on the art, guys, you're more than welcome to always come in, and like I said, just ask for whatever you want, and then we'll sketch something up and see what happens. Outside of that, hey, I really appreciate everybody showing up. Thanks, Madeline, again for the Penguin Raid. Thanks everybody that came over for the Penguin Raid. Thank you, Residue, for also streaming because you do awesome artwork, and so I really like looking at your stuff on Instagram and stuff. So yeah, you guys are awesome. Paradox, I'll look into getting us a Discord. So that's going to wrap it up for me, though. So Shiny Monster just saying, hey, guys, thanks for being awesome, and thanks for showing up tonight. And I will see you either Saturday for a bonus stream or Tuesday night for our regular stream. So thanks, guys.